Rogue One came and went, it seemed. It left a good enough impression, with most of the film being alright, and about half an hour of the movie really being pretty awesome. I doubt you even remember the name of the bad guy. Don't you Google it. Come on, don't Google it. Stop it. Stop that. So I didn't really have much of a need to rewatch it. But then it came out on Netflix streaming, and I was like, why not? Welcome to Now on Netflix. Let's start with some of the problems. In fact, a list of problems. Top 5 problems with Rogue One. Ooh, video pranked! You thought it was a different kind of film, different kind of video. It's not. Video pranked! Problem 1. Cassian shoots a guy in cold blood. Yeah, it was like at the very beginning of the film. Do you remember that? He totally just shoots a dude in the back. And why? Because the guy's arm was broken. He shoots a crippled guy in the back. This guy is supposed to be one of the main protagonists, one of the main heroes, one of the good guys in the rebellion. Doesn't really come off that way so easily, does he? No. You don't get that one, Star Wars. You don't get to just avoid the fact that you have a murderer as your hero. Problem 2. The acting from the two lead characters isn't really that great. Daniel Luna is much harder to be interested in than Felicity Jones. Sure, that's not much of a feather in Jones's cap anyway, though. The guy has the emotional capacity of a neglected pet rock. Felicity is guilty of doing the same too cool to care shtick, and if they don't care, why would the audience care? Problem 3. Doesn't transfer very well to home viewing. Sure, when you're in theaters, you have a community around you, you have a society of people around you, and you're getting into it with them, and you feel like you have to laugh, like you have to exert some participation with the rest of the people watching the film you're watching. And that's kind of a problem if your film actually relies on that sensation for you to laugh at it. Problem 4. Waste of a perfectly good Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is a good actor. He was in a lot of cool things. Ghost Dog was one of the films that I saw a lot growing up. A lot of fun in that film. And this movie, just so underused. They tried to make him into this cool character where he's like the leader of a rebellion or a gang or a mafia. I don't even know what it was. Jennifer, did you know what that was?
The what?
What was it, like a gang or something?
I don't remember.
What was he leading? You know, the guy with the crazy afro. And he talked like this!
Oh.
I will not run any longer. Yeah, that's also another problem there. Why? What's he not running from? The whole freaking planet's blowing up.
That's pretty.
Problem 5. We don't get to know these characters. We don't get to know a lot about Jyn Erso. We don't get to know a lot about Cassian. We don't even get to know a lot about the droid, or the monk, or whatever. Even in a one-shot film, a standalone film, you want to become invested with these characters, especially if it's a film that has a running time of 2 hours and 30 minutes. There's no excuse for us to not get invested in our characters. And of course, with the actors not being capable of a great emotional range, there's going to be some problems there. Suddenly learning to care about something is the thinnest attempt at creating character arcs. Okay, you stuck around through all that negativity, so now let's get to some of the good points of the film. The good points of the film can pretty much be brought down to the droid, the monk, the fighting, and Darth Vader. True is so freaking charming. Even if you're waiting for him to become a Jedi throughout the whole film because he acts like a Jedi and talks like a Jedi and he never becomes a Jedi, who cares about that? He's amazing. He keeps the whole thing just going and it's fantastic. He really is one of the shining characters in the whole thing. Then you have K2. K2 is this awesome droid, which of course we don't really learn about how he became like a cool rebellion droid and all that. We don't learn anything. He's just there. That's also kind of weird though. In the old Star Wars movies, they at least explain why R2-D2 and C-3PO ended up on a desert planet. The war though, the fighting, it's amazing. Just all the space battles, pushing ships into other ships, destroying gates, and shooting up all the people everywhere. Come on. Come on. We get introduced to 2 different stormtroopers we haven't seen before, and we don't really get to learn anything about them. We don't know anything about what they really do, but hey, they're cool. They look cool, they'll sell toys, moving on. Thank you for stopping by and listening, it really means a lot to me. Leave a comment about the stuff you hated and what stuff you liked below, I'd really like to hear from you. And also, if you want to subscribe and like while you're down there, that really helps out too. Oh, mighty beard!